Hi, I'm Andrew,
I'm Andrew.
and we just saw Exit the King.
It just opened.
Just opened tonight.
at the Ethel Barrymore Theater.
In a nutshell, it's this play, Waiting for Godot, but in reverse. Instead of waiting for an all-powerful being to appear who never appears, they're trying to get an all-powerful being to exit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's sort of a god king figure, if you will.
I think he actually stands for religion.
Somewhere between Captain Kirk and George Bush is the central figure of this production.
I think it's more about religion. He's Mao Zedong, he's Karl Marx, he's Caesar, he's Cleopatra, he's George Washington.
Oh, that's a good. No, he's the cult of personality.
He's the
topical.
It almost
So topical. End of an empire.
At times, though, it's almost too topical.
That's true, and they've changed the text clearly to make it even more topical.
All I can say is that the costuming for the king, you know who I could not get my mind out who he looks just like?
The Burger King guy?
No,
The Burger King King? No?
Uncle Sam.
Oh yeah, red, white, and blue.
He with the gray hair like Uncle Sam, the "I Want You" poster.
And they made his chin so prominent with the makeup.
It looks just like Uncle Sam. When it was originally done, people thought that Eugène Ionesco had abandoned the avant-garde and that he was returning to the classics.
He was no longer participating in the theater of the absurd, which is interesting because you could do this as sort of a straight production.
You could. I mean, sort of.
And it's interesting because it does. There are clear references to things like the economic bailout, to George Bush, to torture,
Yeah, there is.
to all sorts of very
Execution.
to terrorism, to beheading. There's a lot of things which, I mean, beheading is sort of timeless, but it's also the way it is.
It is.
Beheading
but
has a real timeless appeal, but
classic,
but
like the Gap. The classic polo. The classic beheading. Go ahead.
part of what makes the reworking of the text acceptable is that because it was an absurd piece to begin with, it's not as though it's their sacred word. It's not like Shakespeare, where you can almost read Ionesco's work as an act of rewriting the script of what a script could be. So the idea of recontextualizing, of tearing down walls, of barriers, is it's almost like it's a nascent in the work. It's almost there waiting to. So it's bizarre that there's so many kings in popular culture right now. You have Exit the King here, but you also have this new show on NBC called Kings, which, full disclosure, we haven't seen yet. But I feel like, in some perverse way, we might, as a nation, be mourning the fact that we no longer have a king. No, it is. And
I think it's one of the better shows I've seen of all time, period, because it has the potential of being popular. Speaking of Exit the King, currently playing at the Ethel Barrymore Theater in New York City.
This has been Andrew
at
Bond
45
Dinner
Theater. Exit the King.
Wait, let's go like this.
Long live the
Let's do
King.
this. Wait.
Exit stage left. I think the lighting looks great.